Okay, here is second-degree murder. I want you to watch this video and tell me three possible aspects of what could have occurred for this to be second-degree murder. Okay, so look at your book, look at the definition, and I have it right here. This is the unpremeditated but the intentional killing of the other person. Remember the other one? Premeditated thought process, I'm going to kill you, or during the commission of a felony. You guys remember what those were, right? Because we just talked about it, right? There they are. Okay. So in this case here, watch this video. This is one of the assignment questions. Don't forget, because some people love to watch the video and they answer just one little sentence and tell me, oh, I think it's second degree because death. But why? Why? What is going on here to justify what it is you're telling me? Okay. So after you watch that video, second degree is the unpremeditated but the intentional killing of another person. Of course, it's a less serious charge, but it is more serious than manslaughter. All right, voluntary manslaughter here. Voluntary manslaughter. This lady right here, right? She was arrested and charged with voluntary manslaughter. And what she did was she is the one that she did kill her husband, who appeared him and her were fighting over a shotgun. Okay. Shotgun goes off, right? Kills him. And so they charge her with voluntary manslaughter. So she had no intention to kill him, as far as we know. He had no intention to kill her. They get an argument over the shotgun. It could be going boom, 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 boom. Accidentally shoots and kills him. She's charged with voluntary manslaughter. Okay. Involuntary manslaughter. So we know what voluntary manslaughter means. Involuntary manslaughter means you have no intentions of killing the person. However, the person died as a result that you, or bad guy, helped contribute to. So here's Mom of the Year and her son selling, believe it is, yes, fentanyl, right? So here her and her son are making and selling fentanyl and sold it to this girl who died as a result of taking the fentanyl and dying. Bought it from these two yahoos, right? And she ended up dying. They had no intention of killing her, right? They didn't try to give her extra fentanyl to make sure she overdosed. They didn't lace some fentanyl with something else so she can overdose and die, right? Just out there selling dope, and lo and behold, she died. Involuntary manslaughter. All right. So, from your state, remember you picked out a state at the beginning of the semester, find a newspaper clipping. Like I use snipping tools to clip it out, and give me a little reason of what happened with somebody who was arrested for involuntary manslaughter, and tell me the reason why and back up your reasoning. Okay. So other violent offenses include sexual assault, including genitalia fondling, okay, forced oral copulation, sodomy, penetration by foreign objects, and other forms of sexual contact. Those are all violent offenses. So you cannot touch the genitalia of anybody else. You can't force oral copulation on one but somebody. Sodomy, we already talked about it earlier, having sexual course with anus of another. Penetration by foreign objects or any other forms of sexual contact, or using any other types of objects in order to complete the violent offense. Okay. All right. So we talked about rape, and when there's no consent, right? It's rape. You're unable to give consent because a person has drugged you or you're intoxicated. There are enhanced penalties, and also depending on the victim of the crime, it could include even more penalties. Statutory rape is legally unable to consent to sexual activity due to the person's age. All right, so here is a big shocker to a lot of people. Under California Law 261.5, statutory rape obviously is the engagement of intercourse with an individual under 18 years old who obviously was not the spouse at the time. Statutory rape is a crime regardless of whether the sex was consensual or allowed by the minor. Now here's the what, right? A 17-year-old and a 16-year-old having sex. Okay, 17-year-old can be the female, 16-year-old can be the boy, or reverse it, or name the sex now in our society. Okay, you're under 18. Both individuals, both, can be charged with 261.5 because they both consented, right? So again, even though they both consented, it could be a violation of the law, can't have it, can't do it. Usually we don't haul both individuals off to juvenile hall. Usually a report's filed to the DA's office and it is submitted to the DA. However, the DA realizes these are juveniles and their hormones are going crazy, so they never file any charges. Usually, very rare, but it does happen. Charges do get filed, okay? All right, so I want you to watch this video here and tell me, after watching this video, what offense do you believe could have possibly happened to this woman if the date rape had taken effect? Okay, so tell me what you think there. More violent offenses. Assault is a physical harm or threat of physical harm. The most common, right? Well, fighting. You can look YouTube up, this tube, that tube, anything you want. Everybody's fighting. Fights, fights, fights. Road rage fights. Fights because, oh, what are you looking at, man? You staring at me, right? There's the fights right there. Oh, I heard you said this to that and the other, and who said this, that, and the other, and there's a fight, right? So when those happen, there's two different ways that you can go down. A simple assault, usually no weapons are involved. Okay, just dukes, feet, fists, hands, palms, elbow strike, knee strike, you name it. All right. Aggravated assault, okay, can still be this, knees, feet, whatever. However, this injuries are more serious. Or you could use a weapon. Example, pin. Pin can be a weapon, right? You get in a fight, you use this beautiful little pin, and the cap comes off. You take this pin, you get it, and you jab it towards the back of the person's eyeball. The eyeball is then no longer useful. That is a serious crime, right? No matter who you are, you use something like that, that's a serious crime. All right, let me stop here and upload this one, and we'll move right along.